And a thoughtful afternoon and an emotional afternoon in store, surely, for Walter Smith. Kilmarnock get the match started. They've picked up 7 points from the last 3 games. And they want to continue accumulating points in the final couple of matches in the hope that European football will come their way again. Roberts again, neat touch. Right, eased off the ball by Amoruso. Chested down by Jury. George Albert's cool play in the middle, put his foot in the ball, waited for Gordon Jury to make the run. Montgomery slipped. In from Jury. And as Gordon Marshall came out to grab the ball, Jim Loughlin nodded it away from him. The Kilmarnock keeper not happy at all here. This must have been his shout. The ball flighted in by Jury. Taken away from the keeper by Loughlin. It will be an afternoon of mixed feelings for these Rangers supporters. They'll be bidding farewell to quite a few of their favourites, but hoping at the same time their team can take a step towards the title. Amoruso's pass, a good one, picking out Jury. Knocked down for Alec Cleland. His pace taking him away from Gary Holt and from McPherson. Jim Loughlin's challenge this time. Cleland hits the deck and the whistle goes for a free kick. Good attacking play from Cleland, and his feet were nipped away from him. Gordon Marshall on the goal line, he'll be looking anxiously. Goff, Perini and Amoruso all in the box. It was Richard Goff who won the header, but he wasn't able to do too much with it. Picked out by the pinpoint free kick from Alberts, but Dylan Kerr did enough to make sure that Richard Goff didn't get a clean header in on goal. Good powerful play from Alberts. Pat Nevin couldn't get near it. Richard Goff, it's a good pass for Laudrup. Ray Montgomery trying to close him down. Advantage being played by Bobby Tate. That's for Gattuso. Tried to fire that in, but Montgomery was back, making an important challenge. It was Montgomery here who was trying to keep Laudrup in check. Beautiful pass that. That's Gattuso. Allowed to bounce by Riley. Gattuso again for Alberts. Rangers trying to get on top in the midfield battle. Good skill from Burke, away from Stuart McCall. And hearing away from Gattuso. A good direct run from Burke, looking for a free kick, but getting nothing. He was the Young Player of the Year last season, Alex Burke. Shaded off his form this time round, but rediscovering it as the season comes to an end. Here's Laudrup. The shot came off McPherson. Another chance for Laudrup. Pulled the shot wide. Kilmarnock will look at themselves in the way this opportunity came Laudrup's way. Got a second attempt as McPherson and Montgomery tried to close him down. Not far away from his 5th goal of the season. But that's a disappointing return for Laudrup compared with what he's done before in a Rangers jersey. Just 4 goals so far this term. Gattuso against Riley. Two players totally committed. Gattuso and Riley now. Laudrup. It's a good ball in. Well held by Gordon Marshall. Alec Cleland was coming in at the far post. More impressive play from Laudrup. Scotland got above Gary Holt. Time here for Alberts to control the ball, then play the perfect pass for Gordon Durie. A real chance for the opening goal. And a miss hit from Gordon Durie as he tried to set up Brian Laudrup. And Kilmarnock survive at a point where I'm sure even they thought they were about to go one down. Nothing much wrong with the Alberts pass, but that was a miscue from Durie, and Ray Montgomery was able to clear. In from Alberts, it was Gus McPherson's header. Jumping was Porrini, and a snapshot from Amoruso. Too high. Ray Montgomery's exertions in feeding the danger there is at a cost. An eye problem by the look of it. Ray Montgomery very reluctant to leave the pitch. There may have been a flying elbow which caught him in the face. Pat Nevin, haven't seen much of him for a while. Roberts working it on to Holt. First time pass from Gus McPherson. Pat Nevin onside. Can he catch it? He did well to catch it. He tumbled over the advertising boards as well. Nodded behind by Lorenzo Amoruso. Good pass, well timed by Gus McPherson, as was the run from Nevin. Whipped this back in the way Amoruso. Niemi getting things sorted out. Swung in by Alec Burke. Two was going for one ball. It's an attempt by Dylan Kerr, and again a glorious scramble in the Rangers' penalty area. The final effort was from Mark Roberts, took a deflection. It's another corner kick, this time on the other side. Dylan Kerr had a swing at it a couple of times, and then Roberts. Bobby Williamson, the Kilmarnock manager, a Rangers player in the mid-80s. Alberts taking a moment and driving in the right foot shot. Stopped and held by Gordon Marshall. Sometimes opposition players think that when Alberts is on his right foot there's no great threat. Not true. Walter Smith's first visit of the afternoon to the dugout area. Varai. Jerome Varai punched away by Niemi. And what a chance that was for Kilmarnock. Mark Riley covers his eyes because he knows that when the ball came back to him, this should certainly have been on target. The best chance of the match. And these Kilmarnock fans disappointed that Mark Riley couldn't make that count. Amoruso got decent contact, pulled the effort wide, but I think the Rangers supporters are just happy to see any effort on goal. There haven't been too many of them. Amoruso's header, flicked on by McCall. Alberts. It's Goff and Durie. Rangers queuing up. Good vision from Durie, opening things up. Laudrup to Gattuso. Not far away from Rino Gattuso. Gordon Marshall was expecting a cutback, so he was somewhat surprised when Gattuso had a flash at the near post. Too many more chances in this first half to break the deadlock. Laudrup, Gattuso. Gattuso hoping that Laudrup would be there. He is now. Here's Amoruso, left foot this time, juggled by Marshall. And happy McPhee to collect it. The second attempt. We saw a right foot effort from Amoruso, that one with the left. Coming up to 4 minutes of stoppage time added. Pat Nevin was always struggling to keep that in. Goff's pass eluding Bjorklund. Gary Holt dispossessed on the byline, and that's half-time, and a first half of frustration for Rangers and their supporters. They badly want these points, but not too many threats in Gordon Marshall's goal. One of them coming from Brian Laudrup. He very much the impressive player early on, and he had a couple of opportunities here, and with the second one he dragged a shot wide. Much better chance came the way of Gordon Jury, set up by George Alberts, racing in on goal. He tried to set up Laudrup when maybe the better decision was a shot at goal himself. And a real chance for Kilmarnock to take the lead, and Mark Riley might well rue that effort dragged wide. Half-time at Ibrox, Rangers 0, Kilmarnock 0. At the start of the second half, Ali McCoist is on for Rangers, and that's symptomatic of a lack of punch that Rangers have had so far. Off has gone Joachim Bjorklund as Rangers reshuffle. Brian Laudrup, who was the most dangerous thing Rangers had in the first half. And his cross collected early on by Gordon Marshall. But a lot of the credit for the lack of effect in the Rangers' performance in the first half has to come to Kilmarnock. Well organised, working hard. And Jim Laughlin's pass picking out Dylan Kerr. Mark Riley, he knows he had a great chance in the first half to give Kilmarnock the lead. Laughlin's reverse pass, trying to pick out the Gary Holt run. Holding up his hand in apology. Gattuso, Parini, Laudrup. Dylan Kerr trying to stick with him. Came off Kerr. And the first corner kick of the second half. Gordon Marshall trying to get his line of sight sorted out with Ali McCoist lying in front of them. And from Alberts, that's Gattuso. And touched over the top by Marshall. Not a great threat, but it had to be dealt with. A looping header from Rino Gattuso, and it was just dipping under the crossbar. Again Alberts. Gattuso with Riley in front of him. Still has it, Rino Gattuso. Back for Amoruso. There's Richard Goff. And Brian Laudrup. Goff still up. Alberts eased away by Roberts. Amoruso, good pass for Parini. That's for Brian Laudrup, a chance here. It's McCoist. Blocked on the 6-yard line and saved by Marshall just when it seemed Ali McCoist was certain to score. Not so much a smile as a grimace on his face. This was well set up through from Parini. Brian Laudrup surely offside there. Play on, and it was blocked on the 6-yard line by a combination of Gary Holt and Gus McPherson. Another moment of frustration for the manager. Time here for Varai. Turning away from Stuart McCall. Up comes George Alberts, did enough. Now Rangers on the counter, Gattuso. Brian Laudrup, Gattuso sprinting up ahead. That's a good ball in and well held and lost by Marshall and then grabbed again. A pressure point in the Kilmarnock penalty area, and it was all sparked by the pace and the cross from Laudrup. It was swinging away from Marshall. The challenge was by Gordon Durie. That's what caused problems for Marshall. Durie to Goff. Gattuso, Goff again. Good play from Richard Goff, linking things together. Laudrup beaten by the Burke tackle, but still has it. Left by Alberts, let that run through to Stuart McCall. Now Alec Cleland onto the right foot. It was Jim Laughlin. Alberts charged down the shooting attempt. Barai doing well to keep the ball against Amoruso. Here's Gus McPherson. A chance for McPherson. Saved by Niemi, good goalkeeping, but what a chance that was for McPherson. Cropping up in the unlikeliest of positions. It was almost hard to believe it was him, but his shot, a good one, drilled in low and saved by the Finnish goalkeeper. Walter Smith and Rangers have had a couple of warnings already in this match about the danger of Kilmarnock snatching the points. Albert's unable to get the pass away. By Stuart McCall. A bit more urgency about Rangers. Laudrup's cross, and well judged by Gordon Marshall. Ali McCoist made the run. But this was good play from Marshall. He always knew that was his ball.
Substitution for Kilmarnock. Off comes number 11, Alec Burke. On goes 12, Alistair Mitchell.
Off for Kilmarnock is Alex Burke. And on in his place is Ali Mitchell. Sergio Perini got there just before sub Mitchell. Gattuso running out of room. That's McPherson finding Varai. Holt and Roberts are inside. Here is Mark Roberts. Well struck by Mark Roberts. And that effort had Antti Niemi flinging himself across goal. Mark Roberts was convinced that the goalkeeper got a touch to this shot. Here's Ferguson. 10 years at Ibrox. His Rangers days may be coming to an end, and with several others. Collected by Gordon Marshall. Corner kick. Marshall reckoned he was fouled by Ali McCoist there. Nodded in by Goff. McCoist quite entitled to go for it, but that looked like a foul on the goalkeeper. Stuart McCall was stretching for that, but that doesn't ease the frustration among the Rangers supporters. Goff finding McCall. Gattuso did well to keep that in. Chased by Durie. Whips that back from the byline. It hit the side netting. Well, that was determined play from Durie. There was no way he was giving up the chase there. Firstly, well won right on the touchline by Gattuso. And whipped in by Durie. Here's Ian Ferguson. Looking for Goff, away from Montgomery. Gattuso. Gattuso again. Managed to get himself turned. The pass came off Mitchell, but ran for a caught. And Laudrup! What a save, Gordon Marshall! That could be absolutely crucial to Kilmarnock, and that could be bad news for Rangers. Laudrup found the half-yard, squeezed in the shot, touched away by Marshall. In from Alberts, through the hands of Marshall this time. Seconds after pulling off that stunning save, Gordon Marshall at the corner kick, pass right through his hands. Took a touch off Mitchell. Mark Roberts stopped it going for the corner. Calls flick and turned away by Kerr. Jerome Varai was jumping into Alec Cleland as the ball was in the air. That's why the free kick's been given. Taken quickly, Ian Ferguson. Goff's flick for George Alberts. Tempting ball in, it's Gattuso. A ricochet and back to Gordon Marshall. Rangers packing players into the penalty area, hoping things will happen. Not getting the break of the ball there. Ian Ferguson's long pass, asking a lot of Laudrup. Van Laudrup doing well to win it back from Dylan Kerr. Now trying to get away from Ali Mitchell. That's a good ball in. And Richard Goff's header saved by Gordon Marshall. It was a powerful header from Goff because he had to go back the way to reach it, but he still forced Marshall into a good save. A nervy closing few minutes for Walter Smith and Archie Knox. Can they find the goal they badly need? Cleland for Alberts. The pass asking a lot of Cleland. Kevin McGowan was fouled by Ian Ferguson. Advantage being played. Henry's pass over the top of the head of Alberts for Pat Nevin. Here comes Nevin. Good effort by Pat Nevin. Just too high inside the last minute. And the former Scotland winger so close to getting the goal, which would have killed off Rangers' title challenge completely. Here comes Amoruso, nearly a minute of stoppage time played. Brian Laudrup, the Rangers supporters want one more moment of magic from him. Not that time. In from Laudrup, punched away by Marshall. Richard Goff was a menacing figure in the Kilmarnock area. Back in from Ferguson. It's Goff again. His header looping too high. McGowan's header for Nevin. Back from Amoruso to Antiniemi. There won't be too many more chances for Rangers. Away from Mitchell. Offside against McGowan. Alberts can't take the free kick quickly enough. That's McCoist, but not a header to trouble Marshall. The man whose burst of 7 goals in 6 games reignited Rangers' hopes of a league and cup double. But not too much time left for them to do anything about this. Nevin content to take the ball for a walk. McGowan. And that's in for John Henry. And Ali Mitchell! 3 minutes into stoppage time. And Ali Mitchell hits the winner. The Kilmarnock fans go wild. Their hopes of a European place and a 4th spot finish in the Premier Division very much alive. And that Ali Mitchell goal surely kills off now Rangers' title challenge. Tiredness about Rangers as the ball was played in. But while everyone was standing around, Ali Mitchell wasn't. And he rattled in his 4th goal of the season. And disappointment written all over the faces of Walter Smith and Archie Knox. Here's Gattuso. One final effort from Rangers. Flicked on by Laudrup. That's Ray Montgomery. Richard Goff trying to win it back. And that's full time. And a big shock at Ibrox. And there's the match winner. Right at the death. Kilmarnock substitutes. Ali Mitchell wins all 3 points for the Rugby Park side. It's been a thoroughly accomplished performance from them. Very organised, very industrious, and at the end of it all, very profitable for them. But for Brian Laudrup and the Rangers players, many of them taking their final bow at Ibrox, it's a big disappointment. And this surely the day that any hopes of a 10th title on the trot for Rangers vanishes. Richard Goff will head soon for the Californian sunshine, and a real sense of anticlimax in his final match in front of the home supporters, applauding the Rangers fans. A point was all the Rangers were going to get at any stage really towards the end, but then Ali Mitchell struck, and it's no points for Rangers and 3 for Kilmarnock. And Celtic now tomorrow at Dunfermline with the chance to win the championship. At Ibrox, Rangers 0, Kilmarnock 1.
Well, it was very disappointing to end up that way. A good few weeks ago, we thought that we had lost out on any opportunity of the championship. And then we came back, and after the Celtic game, drew level there. But again, against Aberdeen a couple of weeks ago, and here again today, we've shown the problems that we've had for most of the season. The inconsistency in our performances have led to us, losing again, which has been very disappointing.
Kilmarnock did well today, but how do you analyse what went wrong for Rangers?
Well, Kilmarnock do very well. I mean, I think they take terrific credit for the way they play over the season. They've been very consistent. They're very difficult to break down, and that's been one of our problems this season. In previous seasons, we've managed to come up against teams who are well organised, as Kilmarnock are, and we'll manage to break them down and get the goal. And today we just couldn't get that breakthrough. And the further longer the game went, the less likely we looked at scoring. And then when obviously it was a win or bust situation for us today. So when we were pushing forward near the end, Kilmarnock looked the more likely team to score, and eventually in the last seconds they did so.
Bobby, that couldn't have gone much better for you.
No, it was great. Supporters were out in numbers today, and the players done their job, and I've got a great 3 points in my Euro quest.
Ali Mitchell getting the goal at the end, which
That's
I
right.
suppose kills off Rangers' title challenge. I mean, a lot of the emphasis obviously today was on them.
Well, I don't know. A lot of people suggested that we would lie down to Rangers, but we're professionals and we can't do that. And Dunfermline will not do that tomorrow, and they make it hard for Celtic. And as I say, Celtic still got 2 games to go, but they're in pole position, obviously.
But it wasn't as if you were defending for 90 minutes and you scored with a breakaway goal. You did have other chances as well.
Yeah, that's right. if you've got to defend, you've got to defend properly, and you're forced to defend. And we defended well, and we were allowed to attack. We made the most of it.
We had a little taste of glory last year. We won the Scottish Cup, and we tasted Europe for the first time in a long, long time, and we'd like more of that. And I think if we keep going on the way that we're going on, there's no reason why we can't sample the European scene again next season.
Did you sense there was a lot of pressure on Rangers this afternoon?
I suppose there probably were a lot of pressure on Rangers them going with the championship. But as I said earlier, Robert, I wasn't too concerned about Rangers. I was more concerned about how we done and how our lads approached the game.
We thought we could have won the game today and put Celtic under just a touch of pressure. You know, unfortunately that's not happened, and I can't see Celtic slipping up now.
A day of mixed emotions as well, with so many people bidding their farewells.
Yeah, well, on paper it's only myself, Walter Smith and Brian Laudrup really. You know, you don't know what the other lads are going to be doing. But yeah, that never came into it. It was just very important to try and get the win today, and unfortunately we haven't got it, and that's the main disappointment. The disappointment today, not getting the win. Not it's our last game here or anything like that. That was the main thing, to try and get the win, and we haven't achieved that.
Well, it was nice that people stayed behind, especially after a disappointing result, to show appreciation for that. I think you know, it's a lot of the lads that have been here have given Rangers success probably unparalleled in the club's history, and you know, it was nice for people to do that. Although I think every one of the players would share the disappointment of the game today.
Celtic have still to win the title, but do you now expect them to do so?
Well, it was always in their hands anyway, so obviously that position's strengthened now.